Hi everybody, it's Carla. I'm coming on Saturday to show you. I found a neat purchase on Etsy last week and it came in the mail today. It was a vintage estate purchase of some old crochet and knit patterns, knitting needles, crochet hooks, tapestry needles, embroidery floss hoops, just a whole bunch of stuff, 8 pounds of stuff. And it was just really inexpensive. It was $25 on Etsy. And it came today, and I found a couple of really neat patterns in there, and I wanted to share them with you. This one came from the American Red Cross, a man's V-neck sweater, sleeveless, made for the U.S. Army, Air Corps, and Marine Corps. And this would have been from World War II, I believe. And it has 2 pages to it, and I went ahead and photocopied them, and I'm going to show you those in a minute. I also had this one, which was, it says Women's Council of the Seamen's Church Institute, and it's of a scarf that they made. And I'm thinking this was during wartime when the women at home would make and donate sweaters and scarves for the seamen and the soldiers. So let me show you here the pattern, and if you want to take a screenshot or write it down, and you could have it for your own. And yeah, it's just so neat. I mean, it's something so vintage, because that would have been from the 40s, so that would have been like 70 years ago. And yeah, so there's page 1 of the man's V-neck sweater. And the paper's yellowed, so on my photocopy it came out yellowed as well. And here's page 2, and it comes in a small, medium, and large. So you could just stop the video and maybe take a screenshot with your camera or something and see the pattern for yourself. I just think these vintage things are really neat purchases when you can run up on them. And yeah, I was just looking through Etsy and just happened to, I think I typed in vintage and that's what popped up. And then here is the Women's Council Seamen's Church Institute scarf. And this looks like a really simple pattern to make. It says, well, originally it said size 8 or 10 needles, but they crossed through it and put 6. So whoever made this, they used a smaller needle. But the length of it would be 46 inches and the width would be approximately 6.5 inches. And it tells you how many to cast on, how to knit. Knit even and garter stitch for 14 inches, then knit 4, purl 4, ribbing for 18 inches, and knit even with garter stitch for 14 inches, and you'd have a beautiful scarf here. So yeah, I just think it's neat. And also in that box, I got 3 worsted weight skeins. Would have to be 3.5 to 4 ounces of pure wool, and so they were in an off-white color. And I also got 1 skein of homespun yarn that was brand new. So I think I got quite a good deal, and I must have got 4 or 5 different sizes and lengths of circular needles. I got 2 sets of 4 double-pointed needles. I would like to try to learn how to use double-pointed. I've never had much success with it. I'd like to try. And then a ton of short needles for like making scarves and such, and then like 14-inch needles of all sizes from 1 up to I think size 11. So I really was fortunate, and a couple of I got a bone crochet hook